Good morning. So today we are at I forget the name of this beach. I think it's called Admiralty Bay, but the Keystone Ferry is over there. That big hill you see there is Fort Casey State Park on Whidbey Island. There's Joey. Say hi, Joey. So yeah, we're gonna go try for some pink salmon, also known as humpies. They call them humpies because the males during spawning get a big hump on their back. They call them pinks because for some reason they like the color pink. So we're gonna go give it a shot. And limits 2 per day. They've been doing pretty well out here. So we will give it a shot and see what we find. What'd you find? A what? Oh. You have to look hard for it? So this is a big bay that we're fishing. Goes from there, out there. The channel's over there, coming down Admiralty Inlet. The smoke you see coming out over there is Port Townsend. I believe that is Marrowstone Island right there. So we made it down to the beach. If you look down there, you see a few. This isn't quite combat fishing like it is up in Alaska on the Russian River, but it can get to be that way. So the king season just got over here. Still open for coho and pinks. So it's just a matter of cast out and retrieve. Pretty basic fishing. So this fishery is pretty basic. It's kind of a jigging reeling motion. Jig that up, let us fall, reel. Jig it up, let it fall, reel. The problem we're having this morning is that there's a lot of weeds, seaweed, because the tide's out and the water's so shallow that it makes it hard to keep it out of the weeds. But it beats sitting at home doing nothing or doing yard work. So this is what you get when you're fishing low tide. A bunch of weeds, big old clump of it. So I'm into my first fish after about 4 casts. Oh, look at him jump. Nice little humpy there. Oh, he came off. So off in the distance there, I think you can see it. The Port Townsend ferry is just leaving the dock. He just sounded his horn. And he's headed over to that plume over there in the distance, which is Port Townsend. He's leaving from Keystone. You can just see him starting to clear the breakwater there. Headed over to Port Townsend. The hillside behind him is Fort Casey State Park, an old World War II fort. Pretty nice place. Been there many times. But there you can see him clearing the breakwater. Probably about a 15-20 minute ride across. So I don't know if you can see down the beach very well. You can see the line of fishermen going all the way down a couple 100 yards, 300 yards maybe. Joey fishing right there. He's catching a lot of weeds, which we all are. But I've only seen a couple of fish caught since we got here about, I don't know, an hour ago. See the kayaks out there? A couple of them. I might know who one of those guys is. He has a YouTube channel. It's pretty quiet right now. I don't know what's going on here, but look at all the birds. They are everywhere. They just came out from behind us on the lake. Holy smokes. A little bit of Alfred Hitchcock going on here. You can see more headed that way. Jellyfish. These jellyfish are all over the place right now. Some pretty big sized ones. They're washed up on the beach behind me. They're in the water in front of me. Another big jellyfish. It's a different color. It's kind of brownish colored. The other ones are kind of a clear. Anyway, like I said, they're everywhere. So this is kind of cool. I'm not sure what those are. Up there. They're too big to be. I think they might be pelicans. They're too big to be geese and they're not honking. I think they might be pelicans or something. Oh, something made them scatter. Change of directions. Well, look, it's interesting how they just form up in formation. Look at that. What you making? What you making?
I'm just relaxing.
But you're making something.
It's a town. It's apartments. And the tree.
Yeah, it looks like the tree came down on part of the buildings.
It did, and the dragon is coming in to save it. But it has, some of it has fallen down.
Well, things have kind of gone dead here. The tide's slowly starting to make its way back in. We're thinking we might run into Oak Harbor and grab some lunch and then hit Deception Pass on the way home. See what's going on there. If you look down the beach, you can see a lot of people have left. So that's I think that's what our plan's going to be. So we'll pick it up in a little while. There's a trail going down to the Little North Beach, which is on the other side of a rock bluff where we were just at. See what's going on down here. As we come around the corner here, you can see the more of the bridge. They've been working on it for the last year, about the last year or so. Almost went down. The one thing that's unique to this beach is the way the tide flows through here. You can see it out there. Looks like a river. Right now it's coming in from out in the straits out there. And it flows through this pass through there when it's coming in, and then when it's coming out it reverses course and it's like white water out there. It's a view of the bridge. All the people up there. So we're coming back up from the beach. There's a lot of people down there. The tide's running pretty strong. And there was a seal there, which makes it kind of tough to fish because they scare all the fish away. So we're going to head back to the car and talk it over. So right now we're on the road to West Beach, which is right over there. This is Cranberry Lake. We've done a bit of fishing here and done pretty good early in the season. There are rainbow trout, big German brown trout in here. In fact, I think we fished right from this shore right here one time.
I think so.
This is a freshwater lake. They do stock it. There's some guys fishing there and there. They got all our spots. I've never fished it from a boat. It has a small boat ramp up here. This is all still inside Deception Pass State Park. See kayakers out there. There are about a half a dozen lakes around the area, not all in the park, but further north of here, where we've done some trout fishing in the past. This is the parking area at West Beach. Nice sunsets from here. You get a view out through the Strait of Juan de Fuca and the San Juan Islands over there. But as you can see from all the cars, it's a pretty popular area. There's actually a trail that you can hike from here over to the beach we were just at. It's a little over a mile. Goes along the edge of the water, up above the edge of the water. You can see all the boats out there fishing. That ship way out there was coming through just outside of Deception Pass when we were over there. It's headed out to the ocean. The Pacific is about 100 and some odd miles that way. And you can't see it today because of the haze, but Vancouver Island over in Canada is that way. San Juan Island's over here. But anyway, North Beach goes down all the way to way over there. Those buildings off in the distance is the part of the Whidbey Island Naval Air Station. So you can only go down about a mile or so, mile and a half down the beach before you come to a sign that says no trespassing. Seattle's off in that direction. Anyway, West Beach, Deception Pass State Park. So this gives you a decent view across Cranberry Lake. The entrance to the park is over that way. The swim area here. The little boat launch over there. But it's not a big lake, but it's not a small lake either. Joey was just making the comment, it's so weird to have freshwater lake there and saltwater just what, 200 feet on the other side of the berm?
Something like that.
Something like that. But yeah, a lot of times they mix, but these don't. Alright, so I think we've decided to call, well, I've decided to call it a day. I'm driving, so Joey just gets to ride along.
Yeah, whatever.
It's about a 2-hour drive home. Got to be to work get up for work at 3 in the morning. So, we didn't catch any fish, hooked a couple anyway, that came off unbuttoned. And it was just good to get out away from everything. So I think we're done with this trip. Thanks for coming along. We'll catch you on the next one. So we found the corn truck is here. 4 ears for $1 of sweet corn. You can see it is a flatbed truckload. We used to come here several times to get corn. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
So we're going to gather some up.